right, everybody. Let's get serious here for a second. So I'm thinking very delicately. Let me pause the music here because this is serious. I'm going to try to be as honest and as transparent with my intent, because I think that in this space, a lot of content creators are kind of snaky and kind of terrible. And I am trying to tread very, very lightly about this, because on the one end, what we're about to go through today is pretty awful. On the internet, and especially in League, there has become this culture around literally slandering people. I mean, honestly, there's no other way to put it. I have talked at length about how I have been harassed. Countless examples of people putting up videos, running my coaching and saying that I'm a bad coach.
Girlfriend and challenger cap. Nah, guys, that's the thing, right? Neace actually charges you $350 for a dog shit coaching session.
Saying I'm a bad person.
Then it's a fraud, right?
I honestly do not believe that anybody has tanked as much vitriol and hate as I have, mainly because I run a coaching business. That's the main reason. Until my price point was kind of put out through news articles, people pretty much just let me do my thing. And then there just became claims about I'd never played high-elo and this and that and everything. But I digress. It's not about me, but I'm bringing this up because in this particular individual's case, there's multiple individuals that have been pretty terrible. But this particular guy was particularly notable to me. Goes by the name of Cookie Law, for those who don't know. You know, and I have said, I've said to people, I've said on stream, I've said, you know, this guy's not a bad coach, but let me show you my introduction to Cookie Law. This is basically what I saw. Let me, right here. This was my introduction to this guy's content. Somebody linked me and said, this guy is better than you. My $70 coaching is better than Neace's $350 coaching. And I clicked on it and I was like, this is kind of whatever. And then in that same day, this particular guy showed up on my YouTube shorts. He showed up on TikTok. He showed up everywhere. And he was essentially just hating. I mean, he was just flaming my coaching, saying that I didn't know how to coach ADC. For those who don't know, coaching in League of Legends is kind of weird because you could be coaching a concept and you could tell somebody to do something that's absolutely dumb with the pure intention of just getting them out of their comfort zone and taking risks. You could have a situation where there's 3 plays that you can make. Any of them are right. You may have an opinion, but a different opinion of the play, you know, it may also be right, may also work. And this particular guy started showing up everywhere and basically just hating. And he's not the only one that's done it, but again, he's one of the more notable ones. To put into perspective how annoying this particular individual was with the slander, the hate content, and all that stuff, I went to his video and I wrote, let me pull it up. I wrote a comment as Neace and I said, I'll read it for you just so you guys can see it. If it was truly, and that was talking about if his coaching is truly better than mine, you would stop making content off my videos and do it yourself. You'd have years to do the same. You've made more videos about me and my work than proving your own competency by being a leader and promoting your own business with your own clients. I've seen your coaching and I don't think it's that bad. Shame that you have to deprive your own community of positive content from your own intellectual experiences rather than try to attack me, but that's fine. It's very sad, but in time, the community will look back on this and I will personally never let them forget this chapter where a collection of jealous, lazy, and unfulfilled individuals made it their daily exercise in trying to destroy my work. I wish you the best, Neace. This was 5 months ago. I posted this. Do you know why I posted this? Because I knew that this person being so detestable, so disgusting in his behavior, so unprofessional in his nonstop slander, just gross business practice of trying to hurt somebody else in order to grow themselves. This has been a nonstop thing. Well, why do I bring this up? And pause before I proceed with this part. Trigger warning. We're about to go through some pretty messed up stuff. I would like to say personally that as Neace Corp, aka Coach Neace, as aka brand League of Legends Neace, I, as a coach, have kind of an obligation to try to steer you away from this dude. The stuff that we're about to go through is pretty messed up. I've gotten some cliff notes, but I have not read it. Listen, if you want a good ADC coach, if you don't like me, I get it. If you don't like me, it's cool, for whatever reason. I'm not mad at you. I would strongly recommend you look at my ADC coach, SHOGO. The guy is one of the hardest working people in the industry. He's so good at coaching ADC. He's a top-rated ADC player. He has won collegiate. I have hyped this guy up. Please, for the love of God, look at his coaching over people like this. I would not be taking time out of my day to address this in a more deliberate manner if this guy hadn't actively try to hurt my business, my editing team's business, my other coach's business, just try to destroy all the stuff that we build here in this community. But like I said in the comment, I am never going to let people forget the type of person this guy was and is. And now, unfortunately for him, I have a literal document with a table of contents with things like flirting with minors, inappropriate behavior towards women, with screenshots, accountability on it, sexualizing public general chat as Discord, Tinder and Korea trip miscellaneous, scamming sponsors, unfulfilled promises, delayed payments, just all this stuff. But here we go. Context. The pressure to release this document arose when Cookie's Twitch mods and contracted worker released a statement on Cookie Law's community Discord calling out Cookie for failed promises and deliverables, to which the initial message posted on the Discord announcements was deleted, but one remained. Message contents below. Note that all this is available to see on the main Discord at the time of posting this document. Hey, just want to let y'all know Cookie does behind the scenes is stupidly wrong. Reasons why I'm doing this, because I'm tired of waiting for him to pay up his promises. It never happened. Many of the staff left because of the shit Cookie piles up, and also the work he requested for his mods have not been paid up. I don't want to be the guy to leak all private conversations, as I'd be in the wrong to do so. All I'm saying is he repeatedly mentions how easily Patreon pays up, as people forget to subscribe out of it, and he doesn't have to nearly do anything. He also called it GG easy. Wow, that's interesting. I will say, while we're on the topic of Patreon, the Patreon stuff, I mean, like, there's so many people making Patreons now, and not many people upkeep them monthly. So, I mean, not excusing it. I mean, we do, but not everybody does. But yeah, that's kind of whatever. I'm going to go through this and I'm going to try to give like honest takes where I'm not just like shitting on the dude. I want to shit on him, but I'm not just going to shit on him for no reason. I'm not going to do the fucking Keemstar bit, but him not paying people for just months and months and months on end is unacceptable. That normally is handled on a monthly basis with anybody that works with me. Anybody that works with me knows that I pay on time for the most part. If I don't, I tell them why, and I normally deal with it pretty quick. That's kind of shitty. Upon seeing this message, Cookie's initial reactions were anything but acceptance. He denied these accusations, but later rectified his statement and simply acknowledged he delayed the payments. From what you will read later part of the document, there's much more to Cookie than he cares to admit. From the screenshots below, Cookie immediately made claims that the statements were false without even looking at the post. Needless to say, it is not the first or the last time we will hear about Cookie say that he apologized and promises to be better in the future. Inappropriate behavior towards women and minors. This section contains screenshots of sexual conversations, misogyny, sexism, derogatory remarks towards women, sexual imagery, sex toys, and mentions of sexual assault. Please use the sidebar to skip to the next session. They've got us covered, don't they? Flirting with minors. Cookie has, on countless occasions, flirted and sexualized women. See, okay, so at the top of this, let me kind of do a closure on this. Like, for me, the mod teams, like, I don't know what the hell he has his mods doing. My mods just kind of chill in Discord. I don't offer to pay anybody anything of mods. I don't know what kind of shit he's doing. I pay editing team. I pay coaches. Mods are just volunteers. And to be fair, though, to myself, we don't really run like a super crazy Discord. My Discord's largely dead. The Bootcamp, though, the Bootcamp Discord was crazy active, and we did pay people. We paid everybody out before that company went bankrupt, and I lost a lot of money paying people out. I lost about $10,000 paying people out. So I feel like the moderation, like pay your moderators is, that's at the content creator's discretion. But what I will say is that if you say you're going to pay a motherfucker and you don't pay a motherfucker, there's something wrong. Do you understand? Like, I make it very, very clear. Like, yo, if you're helping me with mod stuff, like, I'm not gonna pay you, dude. You're a chat god. Like, what do you want? Like, if you're doing extra shit, though, we could talk about payment, right? So if he's saying that he's paying people and he's not paying them, and it sounds like he's done it a lot, that's really bad. The people that, you know, we make good money in this field, man. I mean, my shit got leaked, right? You know, all those news articles, right? Everybody knows roughly what I was making in the past couple of years. There's really no excuse for not paying people. If you can't do it because you're busy, you hire somebody else to do it, to pay for you. But you can't just not pay people. Like, people are struggling to make ends meet, dude. And when they're helping you, they want to help you, but they need money to go on. So when you're just sitting on your mound of money, like this guy probably is, and just like, I ain't got time to pay these people, bro, that's not right. That's just wrong. Anyways, so that's my take on that. Inappropriate behavior towards women and minors. This section contains screenshots of sexual conversations, misogyny, sexism, hateful, derogatory remarks towards women, sexual imagery, sex toys, and mentions of sexual assault. Please use the sidebar to skip. My God. Cookie has on countless occasions flirted with sexualized women. Some are minors. This included as young as 13. One particular individual was 16 at the time. The screenshots, the shared DMs, gross sexualized. We call this individual X from now on. Please note that Cookie was 21 years of age at the time of conversation with X and well aware of her age. Oh God, you have one of these chokers. How hard do you like getting abused? Oh my God, dude. How old are you? Hee, I'm almost 17. Holy fuck, hello, little sister. Bruh. This is fucking awful. I'll gladly pay 1K if you're goth for 2 more years. Get up, put on your collar, leash yourself, then show me. Oh, God. It just keeps going. I feel like I'm being groomed. I'm going to kind of skim over this until it changes. Continued conversation of telling X to get a butt plug once she's 18. Cookie sends pictures of sex toys to X, questions her about sexual experience. Continues to attempt to get X into voice chat, asking X if she had been assaulted before. Cookie discusses that he despises men who can't control themselves. Well, that's ironic. Final screenshot from X. In conclusion, X, 16-year-old Cookie began messaging her, was repeatedly sexualized and sent inappropriate, degrading content. Furthermore, repeatedly fixated on her age. How wonderful it was that she was younger, making this all more gross. This is not normal, healthy behavior for an adult, let alone an influencer to message a minor. I mean, yeah, dude, it's a tough sell, man. Bro, this is shade. Like, he's going way out there. Like, way out beyond, like, normal fucking... You know what I mean? Because, like, these like, ages of consent laws or whatever, they're all different from country to country. But this stuff is just gross, man. This is gross. This and you know what? And it's the other thing. It's like when you read something like this, you're thinking like this guy is sexualizing it. Like it's not like they're like friends. It you know what I mean? It's not like he found someone he really liked and she's younger and it's like and they're friends and it's not like a sexual thing. It's just like they're into each other and they genuinely like. He's steering it like blatantly to fucking sex. I think that's what to me. That's why it's like I try to give people, but you can't benefit a doubt this, man. Like this just, and he knows better. That's just gross. Image description, continued conversation, individual refers experiencing, and we can link this. I mean, I'll game after I get through it. Yeah, but we're going through it. This dude actually was making a living off of slandering me and my business. So I think going through this is fair to him. 2021, keep it talking, confronting Cookie, asked for the involvement, describe the call. Let's see. Cookie says, what server? Basically, Taco's like, you're being weird. It's not underage. They have lots of screenshots and evidence. I haven't looked into it because I wanted to make sure I knew what's going on. Ask for it and mod to double check. When was that? April 20th last year. I didn't mean to flirt with underage. It's not my intention. It's never my intention to flirt with them. I talk to people. It's basically a server in mental health. It's so fucked that people think I'm a pedophile or anything. I'd never do that. What's today's screenshot going? What is today's screenshot going to say? Cookie states he had a really good friend in there, referenced the server, and despite explaining he was honest with Taco, never mentioned that he was banned, making this a lie by omission. The conversation occurred 2021. I'm not a pedophile. I'm not a pedophile. I have a girlfriend right now. She's 19. I've never been attracted to underage. I'd never do that. It literally ruins lives. I'd never do that. The fact people think I do that is really sad. Well, it's pretty sad now. It's pretty sad going through it now because it looks like, yeah, I'm honest. I'll come clean with you. I never. That's the whole thing is like him saying never. I was desperate, you know. I was more attracted to girls. There's also a stream with shit in my life. Yeah, this guy is wild. That's wild. I did flirt with people. I dated someone from there. I definitely flirted with people. I was a fuck boy in essence. Jesus, I can't even read this. I feel like I'm losing brain cells. Yeah, well, Cookie's allegedly not improved, and someone else recently has come to see me. That's okay. A couple screenshots. I figure I'll shoot my shot and see. Yikes. He said he and I used to be old friends. He used to befriend minors from that mental health server to play with them and get them to know them personally. He was very creepy in voice chats. Oh my God. This is starting to come together now. A mental health server where you like find underage girls to talk to them. Specifically, like, because you know the pool of people. Yeah, not surprised. He was aware I was gay and severe ADHD and nicknamed me for it. Yikes. And I'm done watching him say gross things to underage girls. He's the type of person to suddenly become best friends with the girls in the group. He ignored us guys' voice chats regularly, flirt with girls because, haha, we're joking. Conversations witness behavior Discord. At this point, it's worth noting that the first victim represented by the red color had been affected by Cookie's behaviors, as she has completely stopped using Discord. I was redirected towards another individual, and moderator provided further insight. Yeah, this is pretty nuts. You know, we're only 28 pages deep. Jesus, this guy is evil. Previous mod speaks to Cookie having an alt account in the server. I spoke briefly to another individual to learn further insight. This person believes themselves to be neutral beside themselves a friend of Cookie. I believe this to be important because even they deduce his behavior is creepy and unwelcoming. This person did not wish to be identified. I'm worried if he's actually using it now. Don't know if original Cookie was banned a while ago, flirting girls in DMs. He was flirting with underage girls and being pretty nasty with them. Yeah, oof. Jesus, even his homies. Oh yeah, me and Cookie used to be friends. I guess we kind of are. He reached out to me whenever he's going through something with his girlfriend and exes. I don't know. We barely talked. He did write to me 2 weeks ago, which I didn't respond. Anyways, I know he's the biggest womanizer in all these flirts and sometimes says inappropriate things to women. Never seen him hurt flirt anyone underage minors. I actually invited him to a friend group that played League, and my friend specifically asked him not to flirt or say anything to this one girlfriend, and Cookie went ahead and flirted with her anyway. So after that, I always thought he was a bit not our bro, you know? Yeah, he's definitely a sexual person, playboy on Tinder, or at least used to be, but he never was bad to me. He was good friends. He had his fair share of girlfriends who didn't use the workout. Finally, I had the chance to speak with one of the original girls who sexualized Cookie, age of 13. We spoke in a voice call where they explained that Cookie had repeatedly made them uncomfortable despite stating they'd been 13 years old at the time. Cookie acknowledged their age at the time, of which I remember to acquire a screenshot. You're underage, otherwise I would. As mentioned, this was the only screenshot saved at the time. Cookie repeatedly flirted with this individual, asking that they had sex before, if they were submissive, making jokes with kinks. Jesus, dude. This individual is a minor, remains anonymous for their safety, but the Discord call lasted 18 minutes. Dude, I can't even stand reading a Twitter comment from a 13-year-old for 1 minute without blocking them. How the fuck is he talking to 13-year-old girls for 18 minutes? What in the hell do they have to talk about? What the fuck do they have to say? Former members' account. I was thinking a lot lately since cancel culture took down innocent people. I always felt like I should speak up about the weird things he said and did, but just thought, well, no one would believe me, especially a lot of his viewers knew I existed, saw me get along with him. It's not that I beat with him, treated me badly. It's opposite, but that let him be open with me too open. He often said sexual things when I was an adult, so that's not an ordinary. I once opened up to him and told him an ex of mine was forceful in bed and physically pushed me to do things I didn't want to. He told me he went through the same thing, but at the opposite end, that he was the one that didn't stop. That made me feel uncomfortable. I'm also not saying this is wrong. He told me that he had this daddy little girl kink. I don't know if it's kink shaming, but I found it unsettling when he was with, I think he told me to put her in a cage and use her as a sex slave. Yeah, gross. Cookie admits to mistake sexually assaulting his then girlfriend at 16. Cookie begins to ask about this member's sexual experience, bringing up continued conversation about masturbation. Jesus, dude. The conversation going and doesn't show interest in the subject. Nice. Prime example of Cookie randomly sending unprompted, inappropriate messages during normal conversations. Good girl, dude. Nice. Seorin describing how she experienced talking to Cookie about her weight. I deleted off Twitter. I had a crisis, realized I hated myself. Lose like 40 pounds and you're banging hot. Well, what a fucking rave review that is. I don't know. Anytime we talked about food, if my weight was brought up, he would focus on making me 145 by the time I was in Korea with him for his boot camp. Cookie talking badly about his ex towards Q. blackmailed and shit. She's disgusting. I don't know why I'm dating her. What was I thinking back then? She used to amazing sex too, but now it's fucking dry too. Nice, dude. This seems like stuff to talk about with people in your community. This seems cool. When Q says she simply just likes to chill, Cookie turns the conversation sexual, only due to the person being a girl. Well, ain't you a little slut? You dirty little clout slut. This is unreal. This guy is going in. Another instance of Cookie blatantly forcing sexual conversations. I'm like skimming this and I'm not even halfway through it. And Cookie's own Discord server is engaged in inappropriate behaviors in his general chat. It should be understood his general chat is typically the first channel a person views. His Discord community was aimed to be open, not an 18 plus server. Despite this, refer to the below screenshots. You'll notice that there are no blurred, censored out names, since this is publicly referred to on Discord. Cookie has a history of making girls uncomfortable. Crude, sexualized joke. Refer to how he interacts with Feth F. I moved into your heart. Get it? Do you remember? Do you remember when we played Famo Phasmo and we fucked in toilet? What? What is happening? Tangle, did you spank a girl's ass yet? You want to see my dick? Wow. Well adjusted. This guy's community, and likewise many people's communities that have been out to attack me lately, I'm pretty sure that a lot of these communities are actually, demographically speaking, are pretty fucking young. So this is just so weird, because the thing about content creators is that they know their audiences. It's not like they're confused. When a guy like this makes a video, it's like, Neace doesn't know how to coach. Right? Or if somebody else makes a video like this, Neace doesn't know how to coach. I know that their language and the way that they talk and the way that they act is pandering towards that demographic, which I've always found really, really uncomfortable, because that's been the thing with me, is just like, when someone is knowingly like withholding all the information and is trying to make somebody look bad and is framing the language in such a way that like a 16, 17, 18, or just someone that's like socially just like not experienced would just like view it as like gospel. But this dude actually has a server for mostly underage people, and he's just saying this shit like constantly. What's your favorite hentai that wants to get raped? I guess I can't say that. Yikes, dude. It just keeps going. At this point, he continues to make members uncomfortable by sexualizing everything. For reference, here's Cookie speaking how much he values his community. I would rather be a 300 viewer streamer with a lovely community, for sure. I would rather die than have a toxic viewer base, but they do. Holy shit. Here are the additional screens from general chat, serve to highlight the time span, including repeated references towards being rough with women. Imagine staying anonymous on Discord. Everyone likes hot women, literally. Even gay men appreciate them. Be my maid, please. Don't get fucked for money. I assume every girl is a sub in my head. Jesus Christ. When Cookie visited Korea, he had streamed on Twitch as he interacted with others. Please know this interaction is rather uncomfortable, as she refers to them as good girls.
Good girls, please. Good girls.
We're being good.
You're being good?
Yeah, we're being nice, actually.
How are you guys when you're bad? When you're bad, you're like devil.
Even we're like, when we are bad, we're not talking to you. Yeah.
What? Oh, you don't talk to me?
Like looking.
You're like, oh, you look away.
Not even looking at you.
Oh, come on.
Is there anyone?
You ghost me. What the fuck?
What's that?
Cookie has observed from previous screenshots fixation on sex and girls. If you don't want to fuck, you say it in bio, usually. All right, so we got through. Okay, so to be clear, that was 51 pages, and that was the main meat of the document. Not gonna lie, I can't really defend this shit at all. He's pretty horrible. This dude's horrible, dude. This guy... This is not, you can't defend this at all. This guy is a creep. This guy is got something going on. This isn't like a one-off thing. This is like a non-stop, exhausting list of, yes, evil interactions of trying to groom and test younger girls to see if they respond to him. I mean, it's evil. I mean, there's no other way. Like, you can't even... Like I said, you can't defend this shit. I can't even see it from his side. There's nothing to say. It's fucking gross. Crazy. But why were the people that made this document holding off on releasing information? I mean, maybe because they figured unless they released all of it together, that no one would take him seriously. I mean, I just said it. If you release one of these interactions, he goes, this person's just being a dumbass, right? Like, it would make people annoyed, but like, you could kind of write it off. But when someone comes out with this many examples, it's pretty wild. That's a lot. Yeah. Delayed payments, lack of payments, financial irresponsibility. His early days of streaming Cookie has been no stranger spending money to achieve certain things. Whether it's for content-related work or to incentivize viewers to watch his streams. Although fine in principle, the problem arose when Cookie failed to deliver on multiple promises surrounding payments from contracted work and Twitch stream events. This often led to weeks, months where contracted workers were not paid, some of who were dependent on contracted work as a source of income. In the case of Rivy, a former moderator for his Twitch and Discord who had edited content for Cookie's social media platforms, who's delayed multiple months of payment, only to be paid back after Cookie was publicly called out for his lack of payment. Unfortunately, Cookie's tardiness in payments led Rivy to be evicted from his housing at the time with nowhere to go. Despite the series of events, nothing changed Cookie's behavior regarding payments to Rivy and other staff. After this encounter, Rivy cut all contact with Cookie and refused to be a part of his team moving forward. 300. Can't help with that right now. No way to kick you out, though, instantly, unless they failed to pay. They won't instantly, but in a few days, they'll call. They won't kick you out in a few days. Just say you're getting in 2 weeks or extra or something. 1K total till 15 October. I can send you 900, but not more until 15th. Can I count you on 15th? Need more time. Yo, Cookie, I need you to help me out. I'm in need of 50 pounds. Can you send it tomorrow? 15th, remove the final pay. 15th it is, not 15th. On 15th, it gets 600. 15th. Sending on the 15th. Sorry to ask you. 100% on 15th, 900. So 900 15th. Jesus, this guy fucking sucks to get paid by. Wow. It's like talking to a chat GPT. This is GPT payment. Wow. Bro, it's unfair. You say you do something, you don't do it. But when you tell me to do stuff, I do it on time. Better say, I can't pay you than to say I'll pay you tomorrow. And then, okay, I'll do it now. But then you don't. Bro, it's been 2 hours. I was at the gym, but I can't send another 600. I can do 400, 1K total until 15 October. Send 400. You got to change the way you ask for real. Like, it's hell annoying. Like, you had a godlike job. Appreciate it more. Oh, man. When you move out and shit and your life is more chill, you got to chill. Like, so many people wouldn't give you the amount I'm giving you for the job you do. Just saying. Already saved you once from Panda and convinced them to have you on my team, so don't fuck it up. It was common for Cookie to simply brush off requests for payment as he believed delaying payments for weeks and months acceptable. Furthermore, if you repeatedly asked for owed payments, he would flame, disrespect, or simply ignore your request. Firmly believes that he is being generous by providing people with the opportunity to work for him, and thus no one should be holding him to his words and promises. Yeah, I have sent the invoice to your PayPal. Cookie me, Mr. Sever, requesting payment. I needed to buy a car. Yo, when we get it paid, taking too long. You are definitely a fucked up hard recently, like really hard. Yeah, I can tell. So now I'm working hard to get the money to pay you and others. How long are we talking? Because 7 others are low-key tired of waiting. Honestly, realistically, in October. I'm getting some sponsors this week, but how does this guy not have any money? That guy will pay you guys with interest and fuck ton. Fucking 2 times. I don't care. Nah, man. We want the amount we agreed on. No more delays. No more bullshit. There's no bullshit. Literally. Tired of this. I got a car to pay for and fix. So that's why you're stressing. I understand that, but it is pathetic as fuck. I should be able to pay you both tomorrow. At least 75% of it. Dude, what the fuck is this guy spending money on? Dude, he's like going through it. This guy is like Red Dead Redemption 2. The dude they like keep saying just one more heist or whatever. What do they keep saying? One more job?
One more big score. We got enough money to leave.
Why can't you run your company like this? Bro, I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to think. I've had like, I'm not perfect. I'm sure if we went through my Discord stuff, like there'd be something. No, there'd be some sort of encounter where someone feels like they got fucked over somehow. But I feel like I've done a pretty good job of like paying people when I say I'd pay them on time. And I definitely don't do this thing where I like run it on for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. This is crazy.
Hello. Mysterious voice coming in. I am the editor for the channel here, and I just wanted to hop in with an anecdote of mine that I think would lend credibility to what he's saying. I started working for him in April of 2021, and right around the 3-month mark of having this job, I started to have some issues with my housing in that I needed to find a new place to live, and I needed to find it fast. I told this to Neace, not really expecting much of anything, especially because I had been there for 3 months only, even though he says that I'd been kicking ass and to keep going and whatnot. A few days after I told him that, he reached back out and said, hey, I want you to take 100% of the YouTube revenue while things, stabilize and while things get better for you. And honestly, that did help a lot. He said he'd check back in with me in a few months, obviously made sure that I knew that it wasn't going to be forever, and sure enough, a few months later, he wanted to go back to the 50-50 split that I currently have. And I asked for 1 more month just to have a little bit of security in my pocket for anything that might come up. And he still said yes, even though he didn't have to. So yeah, when he says that he makes sure that the people he hires and the people that he works with get paid, he really does mean it. So anyways.
I'm honestly disgusted by your behavior. I never even owed you this money. I simply wanted to pay to help you out, but didn't realize I wasn't in a financial situation to do. I overpaid you extremely for all the hard work, offering a generous pay rate. So let's take a moment. Let's take a moment and pause, a quick pause in the middle of this. Now, this is why when you set rates for things and you set prices for things, this is the type of shit that happens if let's just give this creepy, groomy motherfucker an olive branch here for the purposes of discussion. This guy was one of the many people that said that I was charging so much for coaching, This is the type of shit that happens if you don't respect yourself enough to set values appropriately and honestly professionally in the first place. Because this is what happens. I overpaid you extremely hard for the work you did and offered generous pay rate, even though the job you had was very simple. That is why you say up front what you think the job is worth and what you're willing to pay, the end. I can just tell by reading this guy has no idea how to manage money at all. So, of course, one of the same people that was making a big old stink about how much I was charging for coaching is sitting here with countless people complaining that they don't pay him or that he doesn't pay. Yeah, I don't understand what's going on here. Things are very disorganized right now. I'll send it tomorrow. You did not just type that whole essay shit-talking me to say, my bad. Jesus. Hey, Cookie, man, you still haven't paid me. You said you would pay me on the 17th. It's been 4 days. I'll take care of it. So, Cookie, I don't have any money left, literally. When will you pay? I'm sending it ASAP. Yeah, it's working. Send it tomorrow. I hope so. I'm still not paid. Ask an accountant. We'll let you know. Sorry about delays. Come on, man. I don't have that much money. I mean, for you, I really need money. You're really ignoring me. I didn't see the message. I'll tell Brez to send you some. I'm hella busy. Just told him to send you 150 ASAP, 150 around the 15th. This behavior is simply unacceptable business owner, let alone a friend. As per context, all rates per job for job completion are set by Cookie himself. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Like, this guy just like gets people to do things and then just doesn't pay them. He tells them he's going to pay them and doesn't pay them. Despite mentioning his struggles with money or being broke, he routinely flexed purchases or had talks of buying various items from cars to renting an expensive Airbnb for streaming. So utterly disrespectful to editors, moderators, and contracted workers watching stream, knowing very well he owes them money for which he's made no attempts to pay. Of course. Oh, that's nice. He was living life. That's good. Cookie discussing buying a car and asking one of his mods for advice on what car to buy. Cookie discussing in general chat about what apartment he wants to rent, casually mentioning it's 900 euros a month while he owed multiple people money at this time. Alex and Rivia come forward with additional evidence Cookie scamming those who give him sponsorships. In this first case, Cookie was sponsored by Rise of Kingdoms, where if enough people utilize the link, he'd get a payout. To make the process easier, he recruited several individuals to create botted accounts so that he could meet the number of registrations required for the payout. We're currently working to ensure that the respective companies are notified of these scams. Hello, gamers. We're currently hijacking billionaire money. Need all the power we can. 1866 in total for not more than 50 hours of work, probably less, that most people can do. Oh, this is the same thing. I need 665 downloads for my sponsor game. Basically, 665 people to reach level 5. You want me to grind to level 5? Well, we need more grind 5 accounts. Has to be Windows. Yep. 650 downloads, which means 650 level 5 accounts. I'll have a few people to do this, but do as many as you're able to. I mean, of all the things they've showed me on this thing, this is probably the most tame, but it's still fucking scummy. We need a 650. You need 10. I mean, he's hustling, I guess. he's in this screenshot you see Cookie offering multiple people, mostly his mods, a job to make fake accounts and scam a company so Cookie would earn money. He promises money but doesn't follow up on paying. See, I feel like this is one of those things, dude. If you're gonna hustle some sponsor, and this is, by the way, yet another reason why anybody that I promote is usually affiliated with me directly, or I'm somehow like partnered with the like the Czar.gg, right? This is why, like, bro, if you don't love the shit that you're working for, just don't work with them. And then if you're going to scam people because you're a lowlife, at least pay your fucking scam buddies so that none of them come back and fucking out you on Discord. What the hell? Like, this is of all the things he done, this was easy. You could have got, I mean, hell, this document would have been like 4 pages smaller. It still would have been 85 pages, but at least you would have had the Rise of Kingdom scam on this fucking thing. Jesus fucking Christ. That's funny. How stupid. This is an easy one. Just pay your people, you idiot. I mean, it was money it was basically money he got for doing nothing. By the sound of it, he just had people like do the majority of the work, and then he just collected all the money. That's a very easy way to get outed. Imagine, I'm like, yo, community, we're all gonna get together, 200 of you. Meet me out here in Shinhei, out front the gate. We're gonna go rob the bank. Listen, when we get done robbing the bank, here's what we're gonna do. I got 200 of you motherfuckers. We're gonna rob this bank. I'll give you all even split. When we're done robbing the bank, we'll get all even split. You gotta give me the money first, though. That's the way this shit works. But then I'll divvy it out. And then I rob the bank with you, right? And then you all give me the money. And I'm like, okay, I'll divvy it out. I promise. I just gotta do some other shit. And then I don't divvy it out. Like, you're just gonna tell on me and be like, yo, that guy robbed the bank. It wasn't me, man. He fucking did it. Like, it was too easy to avoid that. 199 people are gonna make a document and they're gonna be like, yo, you robbed the bank. We did not rob that bank. This guy's dumb as hell. As played above, Alex gave form of evidence of Cookie's involvement with scamming sponsors, as well as a known issue Cookie not paying him on a timely basis. Although I have to now no idea of discussing actions Cookie's taking towards other people. I'd already began to think that this is not an isolated incident, and neither will be the last. I knew he had delayed payments or underpaid some of my friends, some of which were needing money. I am fortunate enough to not have a need for money, but him delaying payments like that made me feel horrible. Therefore, I can only think about what it would feel like to have someone desperately need the money. After found out what he's done, I want to say I'm ashamed of myself to consider even working with the man. This is another dishonest scheme in the works, but luckily never saw the light of day. Almost had another one. The main premise of the partnership was Cookie to pay money for X number of sales. Therefore, by doing 200 orders through himself or bought at accounts, he would earn more money than he would spend. Additionally, I had plans of reselling the products for cheaper. The most recent sponsor scam occurred with Raid Shadow Legends. Man, you scamming Raid Shadow Legends? Those guys got a lot of money. It's weird. I never took any from them, but they really want you to they want you to take their money. Bought at accounts to meet a certain registration threshold, max profits. Unfulfilled promises to the community. Those who have been part of the Twitch streams since early days, you know about the incentives. He had a channel points reward that viewers could spend. Skins, summoner icons, eggs. Additionally, there were several events such as 2020 Christmas event. Users subscribe, donate, spin a wheel. Included blah, 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 1v1s, coaching coupons, subathons were common, but often ended quickly due to unforeseen reason. Needless to say, many viewers left disappointed with Cookie's false promises. I mean, this one, that sucks, but you also have to understand, like, again, I'm not excusing all this guy's other shit. I'm just saying that as a streamer, sometimes you try to do stuff and then for whatever reason, it's just, you realize it's really, really hard to juggle the shit. It's just really, really hard to juggle the shit. Whatever the stream tempo, the flow of the thing. I feel like this one is, it depends, I guess. I guess I wasn't there, but sometimes, like we did for example, we used to do sub games. Eventually sub games died. It was because the same people would I'd have a ton of subs, but it would only be the same people coming to play sub games. It got to a point where it's like, yo, I want to grow sub games. I don't want to play with 10 people only. You see what I'm saying? But this one, it depends. If he's just constantly trying to say that he's going to do stuff and never tries to do anything, that sucks. Image, Cookie describing how many skins people can earn, offering higher tier subs, more skins. 1 skin a month. 2 skins a month. Twitch subscribers to channels increase that limit. So he just says this. Okay, so this guy just says shit because there's no way he can keep track of that. He can't even keep track of who the fuck to pay. As mentioned, members of Cookie's community who were promised skins became rightfully upset at lack of reception. He kept promising that he'd start gifting the following. Never came. Yeah, that's what happens if you just. Yeah, I guess this is more of a tell that he just says he's gonna do so much. Yeah, I guess that's what it is. I guess I understand now. He just says he's going to do a billion things and never does anything. That's how it looks. To further give context to exactly how many people were promised owed skins, Jesus. He's making that easy money. Jesus. It's like a whole Excel spreadsheet. Holy crap. Disrespect. Cookie has demonstrated hurtful, blatantly disrespectful behavior towards his friends, mods, community members. Common embodiment of parasocial relationships seen among his members of the community. Nonchalant approaches addressing personal conflicts portrays the feeling of belief that he's better than everyone. Holistically, this created a toxic work environment where everyone felt confused as a care for the community, but not so much for him. Any attempts to the discussion of such problems were disregarded and no attempts were made to rectify the issues. Blatant disrespect towards his staff has been common since the early days of the server. For those who remember, Seorin and Flaymeariver, whatever the fuck that name is, used to be prominent faces of Cookie's community. They were present during the initial server fallout where multiple people left due to Cookie's lack of respect and leadership while managing his community. Despite leaving the community some years back and being massively hurt by Cookie, they have been kind enough to share their experiences with the public. Let's see. During my friendship, I worked to create a brand that he currently uses. Spent majority of the time on call for him, social media advice, review, commission pieces, logo, graphics, sometimes even with very early hours of 5, 6 in the morning. Friendship was amazing. He was someone that I could confide in and someone I could trust. We watched K-dramas and talked about all the dreams we had on Twitch and our professional careers, but after a continued pattern of scamming his community discarding his own mods, I chose to end my friendship. That's a shame. 2020, he began to be more comfortable, less filtered. This involves his opinion of me and women in general as well. For context, he found no issue with my body size or appearance. Once a number was attached, all of a sudden, I am now fat. Despite me telling him my issue called me fat, which was a point he reiterated many times. He tried to chalk it up to cultural differences, US and Sweden, but continued to ignore my discomfort with his approach. Reflecting on it the last few years, I realized my best friend called me fat and consistently make my way to a sore point. Promising to make me a smaller size led me to a fall into a relapse of prior eating disorder I had almost a decade before. I've since overcome it and have been blessed with a happy and healthy relationship. But there was a level of pain and insecurity that stuck with me, as well as being a Twitch mod admin. I hope to never have again. His experience I hope to never have again. I went into the role to help create a future for him and his channel and brand and spent countless hours helping him try to realize his dreams. By the end of time, I was mistreated by not him, but the community as a whole who were following his lead. When we expressed these concerns, we were saying, that's just what a mod's for. And him trying to justify it, we should be stricter on the community without him taking any responsibility. The time I spent in his community is now a bitter memory, and I've avoided most modding opportunities ever since. I have not talked to Cookie since June of 2021. Returning my DMs made me realize how much I excused the sake of being a best friend at the time. The friendship that I teetered on dependence was grossly out of place, considering I had a boyfriend at the time, and he knew about it. I actually tried to talk to him and befriend him. However, I will not put the entire fault on Cookie, the closest of our friendship, as we had no discomfort talking about mature life topics. As we grew naturally closer, even referring to each other as platonic soulmates at one point. I only mentioned this last aspect as a testament to the fact he was uncomfortable pursuing friendships, relationships with others that teetered on romantic, despite stating to numerous people that he did not talk to others in DMs or get close. I wish to put him and my experiences with him behind me. Cookie promising to take Seorin to Korea. Oh, wow. That's another promise. God, when someone says like they give a lot of promises, I kind of go like, oh, how bad can it be? This is kind of nuts. Are you guys bored yet? We're almost done. 72 of 90. Wait, let me read this one in chat real quick. Quick break. I think he definitely has some issues as a young boy and needs some actual male leadership skills, but I think trying to call him a pedo like everyone is not right. Look, listen, I'm going to tell you something right now. This guy, his track record, what else do we call it? Like, what, like, seriously though, what else do you call it? Bro, like, I'm trying to think, like, when I was younger, when I was like 16, 17, even I in my head was like, 13's too young. Do you know what I mean? There was no cancel culture back then, bro. If you wanted to hit on underage people, like, you could do it. But even then, there was no like cancel culture. And you knew that it was wrong. You knew. You were like, I shouldn't do that. I could go to jail. Well, you know why? People saw Chris Hansen, people having a seat, and they're like, ooh, that's probably not a good idea. Even at that age, like even at like 16, you were like, ooh, that's. Now there's cancel culture, so it's like, bro, what else do we call it? Like, you know what I mean? It's not like he didn't know. Right? There's like people like that is like a predilection, right? Like people that are attracted to like underage people, like that's like a thing. Like you're attracted to them. It's fucked up, but you're attracted to them. But even those people, generally, they go, ooh, I'm not supposed to do that. People don't like when I'm attracted to. The dude grew up online, man. He should know. Like, what else are you supposed to call it? Do you know what I mean? Like, again, I try to give the benefit of the doubt. How could you absolve this? Like, it's nuts. It's just crazy. He talks about Cookie's country. It's easy to find personal information about someone. I was worried about this. Cookie's unbothered. Cookie randomly tells her Solo she's a brat, asks for pictures of her. Know how he stops conversation when she doesn't in his pictures. Rip. Unlucky. Should have sent him if you want to keep talking to him, I guess. I joined Cookie's community recently in May 2020, or not recently, as a normal viewer and participated in quite a few coaching sessions that got me deeper into the community. When Cookie was annoyed by the lacking presence of the moderators, he asked to chat. I think it'd be a good fit, and I got added to the team. I remember being honored to be seen such as a responsible person and apparently like to chat enough to be trusted as a mod. This was all new to me. I barely used to chat Twitch. Nowadays, I'm pretty sure I mostly got chosen because I regularly gifted and talked quite a lot. During my time as a mod, I did everything to be done. Basically, we organized challenges, Discord channels, try to keep the community from rioting because he didn't follow up on the promises. Cookie's impulsive decisions often made things harder than they had to be. He frequently changed his plans or did things like delete the whole command list just to make the mods redo the whole thing. I'm not even sure whether he said thank you to the moderator team even once. The only times I remember him being happy was when somebody gave him money. This actually made me resort to gifting subs when he was having a bad stream and openly showed it. Since I was hoping to make my friend's day a little better. Insanely naive in retrospect, but hey, never set up smart. I stopped modding for Cookie and staying in the community because the toxicity of the community as a whole. It became harder and every day to find joining a Discord with people who are borderline openly racist, have to deal with people permanently harassing women in the community. Cookie basically doing nothing but stirring up toxicity, opening channels like the unmoderated 18 plus channels, stuff like that didn't help. After Cookie started getting more and more demanding and rude towards the team, I couldn't be asked to support the guy. Yeah. Flay checking up on Lenny after he saw Cookie making sexual comments towards the general chat. Flay was worried Cookie's pushy in the conversation. Normally he's rather wholesome and drunk. Maybe he's just annoyed. Don't care. I'm on the verge of quitting the community. So annoyed. Cookie annoys me with doing and reverting his shit. The community changed incredibly and it's just, I don't know. It's not that enjoyable anymore. A lot of these are pretty old. Flay discusses her reason leaving the server. Go Korea Bootcamp. When Cookie played his Korea trip, he received backlash as mods. This is years before his trip to Korea that streamed on Twitch. Flay was warned about this community member, as this member acknowledged previous time. The Korea trip did not go through, although Flay cannot attest to the truth behind these screenshots. Flay and his previous mod talked at great lengths about the topic of the demonstrated concern. Yeah. All right. A community member talks to Flay about the Korea trip and warns him. Late March, the community don't exactly remember. I'm actually disappointed if that's the case intentionally. He intentionally, not because of him being unorganized and dumb, scam people. He didn't do anything. So wait, did he ask for money to? I'm confused. He received backlash. I'm confused what happened here. Now, with is very important because Cookie had planned on making money on the trip, but people wanted to join him on the trip. This was scummy. He planned to make around 5k euros profit from the trip. He told everything when they're cuddling, but they weren't really. She told me because they're his best friend and didn't want to get scammed because it really was a scam. He asked me to join the trip. I said, all right. He said he would do everything he was fine with, but having him making money off the trip and having the audacity to not tell people before he crossed the line. Because he didn't actually tell us, he didn't want to tell us that he would make money. He would have kept it to himself. He called it a side business after I called him out on the matter. I got shit talked by a dude in the Korean chat and I left. And proceeded to harass me. I told him to leave us alone. He finally did. We got back the justice we wanted. Most of his moderators also left because we agreed it was scummy and shady and all that shit. We made him go down in price. Everyone was finally happy, moved on. He fucking spammed me and blocked, kicked everything. For those who don't know, Taco Cookie used to be friends, which we already talked about. I would say this originally. I had a bad assumption of feeling I was doing this too busy to be active in my Discord. I was trying streaming and activity. Same. It's hard to keep up with Discord server. But I gave him the benefit of the doubt. I thought he was a nice, chill dude. After seeing the stuff at the current time, I see way back then that it wasn't the case, and my gut feeling was right. It's also important to note that this is when he was like 100, 200 viewers. Now he's 1,000 plus. So he was slowly starting up and building. I don't think that poaching had any noticeable or big result in his growth, but I feel it was really sort of rubbing me the wrong way. How to describe it? I'm someone who remembers everyone in my chat because I have really good memory. So when I stopped seeing a good amount of regular community members, it saddened me back then. I think I was at 2K at the time. More you could argue, doesn't matter. 20, 30 people going missing. They're fairly active. To stop seeing them, memes and banter, it's something you definitely notice, especially the OGs or way back. Context is that he's telling one of my emote artists to make emote artists for him. Says it's okay, legit. All my viewers are from here, which is implying how he's active on the server, slowly getting my community to join his stream. You can see how the Discord people talk about his stream and stream time, so they're already very familiar with him. Cookie's getting people to play Jackbox. Essentially, there's a lot of different hangouts, voice calls, people, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so the same guy that went to YouTube. Remember what I started the video with? What did I start the video with? The YouTube video of the guy using my name and trying to say that he is better coach. I am better coach. I am better coach. He's the same guy that's doing this shit. Cookie commenting on Taco's community and trying to recruit his artists for emotes. While on its own, it's not harmful, please take into consideration Cookie's reliance on Keep a Taco's community building up his own. Yo, no, I'm not even in this document, bro. No one cares about Neace. Cookie admitting that many of his viewers regulars have been obtained to Keep a Taco's community. Further examples of Cookie using Keep a Taco's community to grow his own. It's important to note that during the time Cookie had his own server, yet refused to be active. And this was a common occurrence. What is further concerning and hurtful is that Cookie targeted members of Keep a Taco's community and interacted with them inappropriately. Flirting with minors. Oh, great. Was an active member of his community. Damn. Typical. Continued disrespect towards his mods. Bro, are you bipolar or something? You're missing out a big opportunity just saying, but yeah, I'd like you to do something. You're hella wrong and get mad at me for mentioning it. Like, all you had to do is Google the World 2022 teams and get the players. How hard is that? Hi, bro, you missed so many players. Gen G, leave your game and do the players. I don't care. We need ASAP. You completely entered the list. Like, completely. Get all the players. T1 Rogue, G2. Let's talk about the slate for now. Just need this ASAP. Top of Swords plays accountment of mistreatment. Other mods have come forward side their mistreatment. This includes screenshots, delayed payment section, where he insults and belittles his mods and employees. In response to Cookie's behavior, notably the toxicity of pushing sexual content in his Discord, many have resigned from their positions. Honestly, Cookie, just unmod me. You're asking too much mods recently. I've had enough of outright rude you've been in recent times to the mod team. We try to help you on stuff. Make sure your Reddit posts don't get removed. Make sure your Reddit posts don't get removed. Whoa! Whoa! You can't do that. Reddit would have a conniption if they knew about that. The routine apologies without remorse. Past 2 years moving forward. TLDR. This was 2019. I'd like to announce to stop playing on main account. So coaching and educational commentary and solo queue. Oh, good job. 21. I'll be buying RP 2000. I apologize about the subathons. Made a lot of mistakes this year. And overall, I'm excited. Remember that mistakes are an opportunity to learn. This guy makes a new mistake every year. He got a new mistake. Are we at the bottom? Oh my God. Making this document and deciding to publish it was not an easy decision. We have contemplated. I mean, I skimmed the damn thing. How long did this take? It's almost 1 p.m. We chose not because we didn't have enough evidence. We hoped that Cookie would fix his mistakes. Cookie refused to change, and we can no longer stand by and let this continue. Cookie has overstepped and misused his power privileges too many times and will keep doing so. Therefore, we hope this document will bring visibility. This document is not made to hate on Cookie. It was made to shed light upon his actions and make his community aware and prevent others from being hurt. Please remember that Cookie's human. We do not wish ill upon him, nor do we want to make any threats or harmful wishes sent to him. We want Cookie to become a better person. I hope this document helps. I don't know, man. My experiences with him have been pretty lackluster, and this is in 2023, so... What we find most important is that this doesn't happen again. We ask you to speak. Even when this guy was like doing well, he was still a rodent. You know? What we find most important is it doesn't happen again. We ask you to speak up, continue to speak up when something's not right. Speak up when someone abuses their power. Together, you can do much more than alone. At the end of the day, we want our communities to be warm, welcoming, and a safe place for everyone. Nobody deserves to be taken advantage of. Thank you, all you people. I wish to remain anonymous. Your hard work. Thanks for Emil standing up for those needed a Discord announcement. The server, the hour put in the documents was crucial to bring the issues light. Thank you for listening. You really need to sit down and have an honest talk with yourself. The disturbing conversations that we weren't no excuse. A generic apology is not enough, and the solution isn't to just throw money at the problems. Countless friends have given years of their life supporting you and helping you grow, who you've simply taken for granted. We have tried multiple times to sit down with you, talk about these issues, and help you overcome them. We just don't see any effort from your end to help create change. At the end of the day, we do care about you and want you to be a better person. If this is not a wake-up call, I mean, dude, it's beyond a wake-up call. I mean, this community is like, honestly, if I take anything from this, these guys are like this is like Stockholm syndrome. It's beyond a wake-up call. Y'all just made 90 pages. What are you talking about? It's not a wake-up call, dude. You just... I don't know. That's crazy. You guys need to go fucking You guys need to go work with SHOGO, man. The guy is not going to hit on you. He's not going to hit on you. He'd probably pay you on time. To my knowledge, he's like 1,000 LP challenger, 1 collegiate. It's not a good person, man. Own up to the mistakes. I know many other people here may no longer wish to have any contact. Just know there's some still. There's some. Probably not many. Please, for the well-being of yourself and all those around you, it's time to change. Brother, listen, like I said, business Neace, coach Neace. Yeah, 4 to 10 pages is a wake-up call. 90 pages? It seems like a lot of people got fucked over, boys. I will say this. As business Neace, this is ethically, morally reprehensible. And I think people should know. I think people should know that the dude that spent all that time making all those shorts, like I said, in the real world, if you had a plumbing business, someone's not allowed to run around and place signs on people's yard that says, this guy's plumbing sucks, my plumbing's better. This guy's a terrible person, I'm a better person. I hate this guy's plumbing, I can do better. You're not allowed to do that in the real world, okay? On the internet, on League, I guess you are. And, you know, I've kind of had to come to terms with it. I think I want you guys to see that this is the world that gets created when you do shit like this. This is a 90-page document of accusations of underage grooming, not paying people, being just a general liar, just making your community uncomfortable, promising stuff that you cannot deliver. A full document of somebody being just gross. Right? As a Neace coach guy, I have a responsibility to say, yeah, that's pretty fucked up. But when you start blurring the lines of what's business appropriate in this space, and the entire community goes around and tries to slander, hurt, and tear down others, as Mark, when I see this document and I choose to spend my entire morning going through the entire thing to show my fans exactly how evil and terrible you are step by step. Is this really where we should be going, though? Right? I don't want to do stuff like this. You know? I don't want to do this. I get told that I'm a racist and that I'm a scammer and that I'm a fraud and that I'm this and that I'm that every single day. And very, very occasionally, I talk back because it's just hard. It's hard to outweigh just negative attacks. But is this really where people should go, though? I don't want to keep doing stuff like this. I want the community to be better. But like I said, I mean, what else am I supposed to do? When you guys make this whole thing about slinging mud at other people, and I get something like this, what am I supposed to do? After you sat and tried to say that I am not qualified at coaching and I'm not good enough and all this stuff, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to look through these documents and not laugh at you and not show the world that you're terrible? What was I supposed to do here, man? I told, what did I say in the screenshot, my screenshot initially? What was it? I'll pull it back up. Just a reminder. Hold on. I got it right here. What did I say? And what did I open with? And this is where I'll end this. What did I say? You know you are overcomplicating explanations and misleading people to think that I do not care about my clients, but you choose to do that anyways. It is very sad, but in time, the community will look back on this, and I will personally never, ever let them forget this chapter where a collection of lazy, jealous, unfulfilled, and additionally, grooming pedophilic evil motherfuckers made it their daily exercise in trying to destroy my work.